have given interviews as part of a major investigation by the Associated Press.
And tonight, 7 News reporter Brianna Smith spoke with more victims. This is the first time they're sharing their story on television as part of the story that you will see only on 7. Brianna.
Tom, for an hour and a half, I talked to Ben and Micah Cooper about their childhoods growing up in the Word of Faith Fellowship Church. They were 2 of 43 of those former members that talked to the Associated Press, outlining years of abuse and what they now call a cult. Hand in hand, Micah and Ben Cooper embrace the day that the secret of their childhood is exposed. Were you hit as a child?
Absolutely.
Micah and Ben were both brought to the Word of Faith Fellowship Church in Spindale by their families as children, taught from the start that they were unclean and wicked.
I grew up genuinely believing that I was an evil person and that I was a rebellious child because I liked sports.
Word of Faith Fellowship was founded by Jane Whaley and her husband Sam in the 1970s. The church has hundreds of members that have flocked from across the country to Western North Carolina, instilling the Word of God, which former members say could also be interpreted as Jane's Word. Do you call it a cult now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's got every characteristic of a cult. And, you know, the thing about being brainwashed is you don't know you're brainwashed when you're in there. I had no idea how brainwashed I was, even after I left.
As a teen, Ben Cooper says he was subject to abuse, mental and physical, but he says he wasn't alone.
You harden your heart to where when she slaps you or you see her slap someone else, you're just like, I'm not going to think about it, and you just push it down.
Cooper described a place called the Lower Building, where those in trouble were often placed with no outside communication to be taught a lesson. It's there where he says he saw a bloody beating by a minister.
After berating him, he literally walked up to him and started shoving the boy, just like smacking him really, really hard in the chest. And then he threw him to the floor. The whole time he's screaming at him. Got on top of him and like started slamming him down the ground, like face first.
And they're going to say he had to do this because Jesus told him.
Correct. Yeah, this was showing this young man the love of God.
It was one of those beatings that spurred this conversation with the church's founder that Ben Cooper decided to secretly record.
We went to her to confront her about why this minister did this and why she hadn't done anything about that minister doing it. So that's what this meeting is about.
Right, but it's not right to use force like that. That's what that could have caused Blair to quit.
Stop it! Let me tell you, you wouldn't be serving God today if some force were not used at you. That's the devil himself speaking out of you.
The grandmother.
So that was the voice of Jane Whaley, who you just heard there. And, you know, you heard the boys say, but grandmother.
Yes.
They're responding to Jane as grandmother. They say that she instructed the entire congregation to call her that as their leader.
And as the leader of the church, it seems like from reading the rules of this church that she had just absolute power. Those rules are scary with regards to like marriage and childbirth.
Who you marry, when you can have a child, and who, you know, Ben even explained that he wasn't allowed to stay with his biological parents. They've picked new parents for him, and he lived with parents from the time when he was 16 till he went to college. And, you know, a lot of these people are afraid to leave because they don't want to leave their other family members behind. But you'll remember this isn't the first time that we've talked about abuse within Word of Faith Fellowship. We actually talked to Matthew Finner back in 2015 after he came out and 5 people were charged in an assault against him. Let's take a listen to that interview.
My head was being flung back. My vision was going like brown and black. I honestly thought I was going to die.
Now, you remember there were several incidents, and here they are listed on your screen. 2013, Matthew Finner says he was attacked for being gay. In 2011, a man says that he was held against his will for being gay. And then also in 2003, children taken from minister's home for an abusive environment.
When you look at that, you wonder, how is it that this church has been able to exist for so long? I mean, I know they have a court case with the Finner court
which is
case.
Still pending.
Yeah. But I mean, what do people say about the fact that there's been so many situations and so many examples of violence, and yet the church is still there?
I think there's so many questions that can't be answered right now, and I know that the AP obviously did an excellent job investigating this for over a year. And next week we're going to get a part 2 of that. I think a lot of those questions are going to be answered in that.
For perspective, how big a church are we talking here?
Right now they have about 700 members, so it's a lot of people, and it's not just here in Spindale, North Carolina. It's actually also in Brazil and in Ghana. They have several outside missionaries outside the U.S. that people travel back and forth to.
Well, great work, and we look forward to that continuation of the story. Thanks,
Brianna. Thank you for that.